Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today's October 3rd, 2019, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, at 4 o'clock South African time out of the United States, we have an ISM Non-Manufacturing PMI number coming out. Now, the last ISM manufacturing PMI number that came out, the Dow Jones, resulted in a sell-off of over 1,000 points. So this is an important number, especially in the light of the fact that tomorrow we have the NFP for the month of September. Okay, so a couple of really important numbers coming in out. Now, looking at the markets, Canadian dollar weakens versus the US dollar. We take a look at an opportunity there in a fading opportunity. Looking at the Dow Jones continues off that massive sell-off, over 500 points sold off yesterday. But take a look at a possible trade today as well. Now, looking at the commodity, gold rallies while oil pretty much consolidates. And looking at the stocks across the board, we sold off. Banks, FANG stocks, everything really sold off yesterday. We take a look at some opportunities today. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, it's pretty much consolidating and posed for a possible bounce. We'll take a look at that as well. So let's see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're taking a look here at a 4-hour chart of the USD Canadian dollar, and you can see yesterday we had this massive spike, over 100 pips move from 132.18-ish level or 132-ish level to 132.20-ish level. Now this red line represents a resistance line, okay, which means that we hit it, we should sell off, okay, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened here. We're just barely selling off right here to 132.15-ish level. Now, in these type of scenarios where you have these massive spikes and this artificial spikes, they pose for you an opportunity for a reversal in the opposite direction, okay? Usually it's a knee-jerk reaction, and as a result, it sells off, okay, after the news actually settles down. So we may still see that today. That could be a tremendous trade today. I mean, considering we rallied over 100 points, we could see it at least retrace 20 to 30 pips, okay, as it's retracing already now about 10, 15 pips. So with that said, this is what I'd be looking for today in the Canadian dollar. Now looking at gold, same story. We had a massive rally yesterday. 1500 is actually a resistance level, okay? It might not be as clear as day that it's a resistance level, but if we look at a daily chart, we've had a couple of challenges hitting it before, both using it as a support line and then breaking it finally. So this may actually be a resistance line for gold if the Dow Jones actually pumps up today. Now looking at that Dow Jones, which sold off tremendously yesterday, couldn't even bounce yesterday from 26,500-ish level, broke that 26,333, and sure enough, that was your sell-off to 26,000. Now 26,000, a round number, we like to bounce off of it. So considering that this is such a round number, I'd be looking for a possible bounce here today. Okay, especially as we're going into tomorrow's NFP. We don't want to be oversold and going into the NFP, but we don't want to be overbought either. And so this actually may pose a tremendous opportunity. Now, looking at the stocks across the board, if we just jump to them each really quickly, Bank of America, big sell-off to $27. Looking at JPMorgan, also a decent sell-off to 113 after hitting a high, an all-time high of 120. Okay, and this is so like scripted, okay? I mean, I kind of mentioned in last week's daily review that this is the time of year where we sold off, we sell off, we sell off, we sell off, October, November, and sure enough, we got this sell-off. I mean, it happened like a wang, but if it went from 27,000 to 26,000 and it doesn't turn around, we maybe even be able to see 24, 23,000 again, okay? But there's a lot of geopolitical issues going around the world right now, so a lot of uncertainty in the markets as a result. Now looking at Google as well, we gapped down and we gapped and go down to 111.70-ish level. But this is really a turning point because, you know, looking at these stocks, we're hitting some major support here, and I'd like to see this actually bounce off of it. Looking at the price of Microsoft here, also sold off tremendously with this gap and sell off to 134. If it doesn't bounce, if we don't get this bounce and we see this breaking further from this 132-ish level, we may see it sell off down to 123. Okay, very likely, very possible that this will actually happen. Now, lastly, let's look at Apple. This one sold off, but you could see that it's selling off to support. Okay, still pretty strong. If we look at the price of Apple, pretty strong. That means that there are some positive signs that the market may still turn around on the upside. Okay, now, this lends itself to so much volatility because of all these discrepancy information that we're getting in the markets, where some things are going up, some things are going down. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. We're consolidating here around this 8,200-ish level, which poses an opportunity for us to buy and possibly bounce to the 9,000 level. Okay, so just keep an eye on that. If that actually does trade, holds this moving average line, we may see that bounce. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.